What's up, y'all? Y'all like my hat? Y'all like my shirt? All right. Well, at any rate, let me talk about our boy Michael Rainey, aka Tariq, because I can't lie to you. Let me make sure I'm not gangbanging. I can't lie to you, man. And let me know in the comments if you agree with me. I was a little bit surprised at how decent Power Book 2 Ghost was. Um, First of all, I never fell for the thing when they was assuming that it was his grandmother that was being lowered into the ground on the trailer for the funeral. Like I know it was Ghost. The actor who plays him, Omari Hardwick, is from Atlanta, and shout out to my boy Lons. But Lons usually always meets the athletes and actors and boxers and everybody, because he's a gate agent. And Omari told him, I am so glad to get that character out of me. And he was tired of playing Ghost. And that's not the first time that an actor has played a guy that's like evil or dirty and then also mention that they are glad that they don't have to play that character anymore. Um, so yeah, but let's just put it all on the table. So since this is a spoiler review, Tariq got way too much going on, and I don't understand how he doesn't see it. Okay, he's smart intellectually, but he isn't super smart in terms of the streets. And here's what I mean by that: he isn't putting two and two together that all of his eggs are in one basket. And from a street perspective, the slang that we use is ish where you eat, or you don't take a crap where you eat. In other words, you don't bring the potential drama all to one location. Uh, in the sense, A, that you can hurt the people that are innocent around you that aren't hustling, or B, you just make it all so obvious that you dealing with one side of town, with one family, or whatever. You're not diversified enough that you are easy to hit or become a target. And let's just break it down. He wants to mess around with Mary J. Blige's daughter, Tahada. I think her name is Diana. He wants to mess around with Mary J. Blige's daughter. Then he wants to cop work from Mary J. and sell for her eventually. We know that because she says, I don't know you from Adam. How am I supposed to trust you? Then you are tutoring her nephew in basketball. I mean, you tutor him in academics when he doesn't care about anything but basketball. And mark my words when I tell you, Zeke, he is going to be a liability for Tyreek. Tyreek is going through so much and they put so much on his plate. We all know that tutoring him means you do your work for him. You do his work for him. And he just seems to be so reckless and just has such a thin moral base that it seems like he either won't care about throwing Tyreek under the bus, or just being so flagrant with the way he behaves that he jeopardizes his stance at the school. Because remember, they said if he doesn't pass his classes, you don't stay here. So if he isn't here playing basketball for us, then you're not here. But does he not seem reckless enough that he might do something else that's not even related to academics that causes him not to be at the school, and therefore you can't exploit his basketball talent? And I wouldn't be surprised if they hold Tariq responsible, and that's not even his issue. Um, Tamika did an excellent job as the prosecutor. Uh, you talk about no dummy. Like, Tasha couldn't play that game with her. She put two and two together. Wait, are you protecting Tariq as the shooter? Like, she knew. So she said, you're fired. Then when she was dealing with Cooper Sacks, well, wait a minute. She put two and two together so fast, and, kind of mini cuss people out and let them know I'm not the one to be playing with. Mary was kind of unimpressive. I kind of predicted that her acting wasn't as strong. Um, Method Man's acting was a little bit better than Mary's, and Tyreek, even though he doesn't have the necessarily the street smarts to see certain things, he definitely has the intelligence. I call it situational intelligence to get himself out of jams. Like when he wanted to put the pressure on Method Man to represent him using the star athlete's social media. I mean, that's thinking on your feet, And I guess in addition to having all his eggs in one basket, uh, with Mary J. Blige's family, the Tejada family, which isn't smart, it looks like he's gonna juggle three women. It looks like Effie still likes him. Lauren, I guess, is gonna be the straight girl that's not into the streets at all. And then you got Diana Tejada, who technically may not be in the streets, but look who your mom and dad is. You don't really have a choice. So, from that standpoint, Tyreek just got a lot on his plate. And I guess the final thing I close out with is Tasha really seems all over the place in terms of not necessarily having a strategy. It's like, I can understand that you don't want to name Tyreek, but you go from saying Andre did it, and he got burnt to an oven toasty, a Pop Tart in the jail cell. Ah! That was an unfortunate scene, but I mean, now you just pull out Tommy's name. It's like, at minimum, the defense doesn't think it's credible, and at maximum, do you really want Tommy to come back from California and cancel Christmas? All right, I can't wait to see what they're gonna do next week.